Welcome back, Deep Divers. This is Kyle with Studio Deep Dive, and today we are going to upgrade the arcade. Let's check it out.
These are all out of tune. I thought you were a musician. Do you even play these?
I play them. Some of them. Sometimes.
What about all these pedals? They're covered in dust.
Well, I have the Kemper. The Kemper has all the pedals inside it.
Those are some expensive decorations. And what about all this Dragon Ball Z stuff? What are you, 12?
Those are collector's items. They're going to be worth a lot someday.
For you to sell?
Hell no!
Wow.
Look, are you sure you don't want to play TE again?
Another game? We've played dozens of games. I'm sick of basketball, man. Let's play something different.
That's all I have.
Shocker. I told you this would happen.
No, you didn't. You said...
I said those arcades take up a ton of space and only have a couple games on them. You should have just bought an arcade stick. We could play it on the Switch and play a ton of games.
I thought it would be cool, okay? An arcade machine would be great.
Swing and a miss, bro.
I do admit, I wish I had a couple more.
I wish you had thousands of games. What the f? Sounds like you two could use an upgrade.
How? Who are you?
I'm a game genie.
Where did you come from?
I've just been stuck in that damn jar for years. Unreal. Now, do you want my help or not?
God, yes. Please.
Okay, stand back.
The game's too few for what they paid. Begin anew with Upgrade Arcade.
Holy shit, huh? Is this for real? It's so big and beautiful. That's what she said.
I've
That's
never
what she
heard
said.
that. Not even once.
Okay, wow. Well, I'm gonna go. And remember, guys, a good rub can go a long way.
That's what she... Oh, he's gone. Crap.
In this box, I have the 30-minute mod kit 4-player control deck from Upgrade Arcade out of Texas. And I am ecstatic to open this up and upgrade the NBA Jam box. Let's take a look. So we have the 30-minute mod kit. It is a 4-player control deck. It comes preloaded with about 10,000 games, give or take. And the young man who runs the company is an awesome dude. I mean, even just talking to him, I have faith in the product, so I can't wait to see what I actually get out of this. I have to stand up. We have peanuts, lots and lots of peanuts. All right. Instructions. Probably actually going to need these. Is this like a Band-Aid? Should I just deal with the peanuts? I just really don't want to. Let's see what we can feel here. Speakers. Whatever, we're gonna have to deal with that in a minute. Peanuts everywhere. Alright, we got controller knobs. I got the bats because I like the way they feel. If you don't, that sucks. Power strip, tape. This is probably the subwoofer. I mean, this guy, he includes everything. I am so stoked for this. Alright, we have USB-A to what looks like a USB-C. Oh, micro to mini HDMI. It's hard to see through the plastic. Fishing. What are you? I'll tell you right off the bat, this thing was very well packaged, well protected. A couple more items here. There is the power supply to what I can only imagine is the Raspberry Pi in here. So let's get this box out of the way. Maybe picking up peanuts for days. All right. The meat and potatoes. This is why we bring knives. Now I had originally picked out, what was it? I picked out a couple colors that he said were not gonna be conducive to using the best possible sticks. This is Santino, the owner, called me. We ended up talking for a good while. Super cool dude. Can't say enough great things about him. Let's make sure we're not crushing anything here. All those guts just kind of hang out. Woo! I gotta be honest, it's beautiful. So, like we said, it's 4 players. So you got your middle 2, first player and second player right here and here. They each have 6 buttons, which allows for, you know, an expanded configuration when it comes to a lot of the games that come on here. But then also there's the option to have players 3 and 4, which only have 4 buttons. All of these are Sanwa buttons, Sanwa joysticks. They have LEDs in them, so they will light up when we turn this guy on. Because I was doing the NBA Jam cabinet, I picked the, NBA Jam top, the graphic for the control deck, so that it still matches the cabinet. But of the cabinets I have, the Midway Legacy, the NBA Jam, and the Simpsons Arcade, the NBA Jam was kind of the one that I was like, I don't care, you know, modding it and distorting it, I guess you could say. To me, that it didn't matter. The Simpsons one, can't touch it. It's got to be what it is, because that's my favorite arcade game ever. And then the Midway Legacy already has like 12 games on it, so might as well just keep it that way. In any case, this thing is beautiful, and I am so pumped to put it in. So let's get going with the install, shall we? We'll be right back. The installation of the Upgrade Arcade control deck was pretty straightforward. Just about everything you need to know is included in the installation manual that comes with the control deck itself. That said, if I were to get picky on one thing in particular, it is that the photos that are used as reference guides for various points in the installation look like they were taken from the very first Nokia cell phone ever to come out with a camera. They're highly pixelated and very difficult to see. Whether that is part picture or part printer, both could be upgraded pretty easily to make installation a little smoother. That said, most everything went off without a hitch. The double-sided tape is a real bitch to get both of the covering pieces off, but that notwithstanding, the half-hour installation is a pretty close approximation to what it actually takes. I would say it took about 45 minutes, but I wasn't in a rush either, so what do I know? So let's talk hardware for a quick second. My control deck came complete with 4 players worth of sticks and buttons, all Sanwa joysticks and buttons, my choice of color, and they look incredible. The LEDs pop. You can see as I do some of my B-roll here that everything looks incredible, and I couldn't be more stoked about the aesthetic of this. You also have a handful of games or deck prints that you can choose from. Obviously, with an NBA Jam arcade, I chose to do the NBA Jam deck, and it looks like it's just what came with the machine, which is exactly what I wanted. I didn't want this to stand out as a modded arcade so much as to be the dark horse in the corner that happens to have 10,000 games on it. Furthermore, you get a set of speakers and a subwoofer that come with to enhance the sound that you're getting with your mod kit. These things are tenfold better than the little janky speakers that you get with the original arcade 1-ups and really enhance the experience both while playing and in the menus. To that end, Santino has put on some awesome environmental tracks, things that are just playing in the background, ambiance music as you scroll through all the games you have at your disposal. Anything from movie titles to game titles to just cool trip hop or techno, it's all there, and it just really rounds out the experience of having this next level arcade. So what is my opinion on the Upgrade Arcade control deck? In short, it's unbelievable. The idea that you can get up to 10,000 games for $500 on your arcade cabinet is mind-blowing. Now, that is not to say that it's not without its issues. You have to understand that not only can you have some coding issues when you're trying to deal with 10,000 games at a time, but also there are some games that are just not going to want to function properly on a joystick-driven arcade. Namely, things like The Simpsons Bowling or like Golden Tee, for instance. It just doesn't translate well without the scroll ball. And to that end, I mean that when you go to swing, you can do kind of a 1-speed swing and you get about 40 yards, and you're never going to get that low score. You're not going to be a scratch golfer with Golden Tee on the Upgrade Arcade. That said, so many of the games work flawlessly and look and sound great, and I can't be more excited to have this many games at my disposal. Are there issues? Of course. I've had a number of games. A number sounds ridiculous. I've had a handful of games that either don't function properly or don't open at all. But credit where credit is due, Santino stands by his product and has told me just as they come up, as I find them, to send him the games that I'm having trouble with, and we spend time on the phone and he goes through the coding with me and we fix them as need be. And let me tell you, this guy knows his product. He helped me troubleshoot some pretty root issues with the SD card, things that he had yet to see before that were coming up on my particular mod set. And he was doing the whole thing just while driving his truck. He helped me recode just a couple lines that brought the entire cabinet to life off the top of his head. I couldn't tell you how impressed I was. It was incredible. So when it comes to customer support, it's bar none. Santino with Upgrade Arcade will have your back. He will make sure that you are happy with your investment. And on top of that, if you need anything in particular from him, if you have, for instance, I had one USB cable that was connecting the fourth player joystick and buttons to the Raspberry Pi, and it was a faulty cable. He overnighted one to me, no questions asked. And I can't tell you how thankful I am to have that kind of support and to know that the money that I have put into modifying this cabinet is going to be well represented in terms of the future safe support that I get from Santino and Upgrade Arcade. So who is this for? What is the audience here? Well, you got to take into consideration a couple things. For one, is it expensive? Depending on the person, yes. I think that $500 is a lot of money to a lot of people. But if we keep in mind what we're paying for the current generation of arcade 1-up machines, we're paying for about $700, give or take, for any machine, and that probably comes with a stool and a riser, sure. But how many games are on it? 2, 3, maybe 4? I mean, even the legacy cabinets have 12 games on them. I got 10,000 games. Let's say 10% of the games either didn't play well on an arcade stick or straight up didn't work. I still have 9,000 games. Who can complain about that? Nobody. So, who's it for? It's for anybody who wants to have a nearly endless library of games to play, and it brings almost everybody to the table when it comes to your different types of arcade players. People who just want to play Pac-Man, have at it. Want to play Galaga, have at it. Want to play Tekken? It's all you. Anything you can think of, it's probably on there. I mean, just the arcade classics that he has 2,686 games. I can't think of a single arcade I've ever been to in my life that had anywhere near that amount of machines. So you have this relentless library of fun. And I know that I sound like a total fanboy, and it's because I am. I haven't had this thing for more than a couple weeks, and I've just been playing game after game of new experiences and also nostalgic experiences, and I have yet to be disappointed, or at least disappointed to where there was no fix. You know, the couple of games I've come across that haven't worked, Santino has helped fix for me, and now they work like a charm. So, who's it for? Everybody. If you have the money, if you have an arcade, especially if you have a 4-player already like the NBA Jam, like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I say go for it. The only reason that should stop you from doing it would be money, and it's worth saving up. Alternatively, you would need to have a warehouse full of arcade machines to cover even a small percentage of what you get with this arcade. So, do I recommend it? Fuck yes. Get after it. Get out there. Do some gaming. Tell me what kind of games you would like to see here, and I'll tell you if it has them. Ask me for any game you can think of. I've tried to show every console that is on here. If you see a console, name a game, I'll let you know if it's on there. Does he have all of them? No. But does he have a lot of them? Hell yes. So Let me know in the comments below, what games would you like to see on this machine? What games would you like to see me play on this machine? And is this something you're interested in? Do you want to have a modified arcade, or do you like to keep to the more purist notion of you get what you get? This has been Kyle from Studio Deep Dive. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have not yet, please do like and subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications so you do not miss any more arcade videos that I have coming down the pipeline. There will be plenty more. Obviously, I could start doing a game a day, and I would be at this for a very long time. So stay tuned and never stop playing. Thanks, guys.